How's it going, you wonderful people? It's Jay, and today we're going to be looking at Switch Game Share. That's downloading one game and playing it on multiple switches. Can it be done? Is it possible? What are the limitations? Let's go. So this is part of a little mini video series for those of you who own multiple switches, whether you have two switches, a Switch and a Switch Lite, or maybe two Switch Lites. How to make the most of having multiple switches and some of the limitations as well. There's a little playlist below, be sure to check out all the videos, and I hope this helps you on your dual switch adventure. So if you've got multiple switches, what's the best way to manage your games? If you only play with physical boxed games, then do as you've always done. Share the games, give away your games, sell your games, buy new games, completely fine. So the real challenge with owning multiple switches is how do you manage your download games? For example, if Mario here owns a copy of Mario Kart that he downloaded, can he play it on his Switch Lite? Can he play it on a second Switch? Can Luigi play it on his separate Switch? This is where primary and secondary Switch comes into play. It sounds super confusing, Nintendo makes it super confusing, but we're going to try and break it down for you. So your primary Switch is the one that you want to be able to play anywhere and everywhere. So whether you're online or offline, you should be able to access anything. It's your main Switch. So for example, here we've got Mario. Mario can play any of the games he's downloaded. On the primary Switch, Luigi can also play any of the games that Mario's downloaded because Luigi is an extra user on the primary Switch. So on the secondary Switch, Mario can play all the games that he's downloaded, but Luigi can't because it's a secondary Switch. And the other limitation about the secondary Switch is that Nintendo needs to check that Mario owns the games, because technically Mario could be a bad boy and share his games with all the Goombas and Koopa Troopas, and Nintendo will never know. So how it works with the secondary Switch is when Mario tries to play one of his games, it will connect to the internet, quickly check that Mario owns the game, and then Mario can play. So here we've got a copy of Splatoon 2. Mario can play it, so he's playing it right now. If we go onto the secondary Switch, you'll see what happens. Well, we're now on the secondary Switch, and if Luigi tries to access Splatoon 2, this is what happens. Nintendo checks whether the software can be played, but because Mario owns it and because it's the secondary Switch, Luigi can't play it. So that is the main difference between the secondary Switch. And also, because Mario is playing Splatoon 2 on the primary Switch, he can't play Splatoon 2 on the secondary Switch. And here's what happens. Play will be suspended because technically the same user can't be playing on two Switches at the same time. Whew! So how do you share games? I've just made you watch a 5-minute explanation about primary and secondary Switch. I hope it makes sense, but this is how you can have Mario and Luigi playing the same game at the same time. So here's how the magic works. So because anyone on the primary Switch can access any of the games at any time, make sure the owner of the game, in this case Mario, isn't using the primary Switch to play. So in this case, Luigi or any of the other users can play that game on the primary Switch. Now then go over to the secondary Switch and Mario can play that game, or in this case Splatoon 2. So we're just going to give that a quick go. Okay, so we're back to the primary Switch. I'm going to kick Mario off. I'm really sorry, Mario, you're going to lose that turf war. And then we're going to boot up Luigi. So let's select Luigi. So Luigi is going to jump straight into Splatoon 2. So whilst that's going, I'm going to grab the secondary Switch and load Mario. So here we go. So we're back on the secondary Switch, and as Mario is the primary user, he's got access to all the games on the secondary Switch. Make sure that you've got internet access, of course. It's going to check whether the software can be played. And then, here we go. That's it. So Luigi's playing, Mario's playing, everybody's happy. So there we go. That's a quick little workaround on playing one download game on multiple Switches, providing that the primary user uses the secondary Switch, if that makes sense. So what happens if you want your new Nintendo Switch Lite or your new Nintendo Switch to become the primary console? There is a quick workaround for that. If you go to the eShop, then click on your little face on the right there, scroll all the way down, and then click on deregister. So what that does is it makes your primary console completely neutral, and then you have two consoles which aren't primary. So the next console to connect to the eShop, so maybe your new Switch Lite, that becomes the primary console. So that's how it works. All you need to do is deregister the primary console, then connect to the eShop with the Switch that you want to become the new primary. But when you deregister a console, make sure you do it through the Nintendo Switch. Don't do it through the website. When you do it through the website, that's more of a I've lost my Switch kind of thing. So make sure you do it through the Switch console. Whew. So that's a quick little recap on how you can play your download games on multiple Switches and also how you can game share. I really hope that works for you. Nintendo make things super confusing, but we've tested it and it totally works. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If this has helped you out, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, more geeky Nintendo and gaming videos, be sure to smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you lovely people in the next video.